show. Now, I got a question for y'all. How many of y'all have ever been part of a friendship where you felt you couldn't do anything right? All right. Well, according to an EliteDaily.com article from March 25th, 2015 by Maya Hollis, the feeling that you can't seem to do anything right is one of the 13 signs of a toxic relationship. Now, have I told you all about my husband? He was a very toxic man when we met, and I cured him, which you can read about in my new book. Dr. Jill knows more than you. Today, I'm meeting with Tristan and Camille, along with Tristan's sister Amy, to resolve a situation on Tristan being a toxic person. I hope we can all reach a solution and hopefully educate y'all on things to look for in a toxic friendship. We will start by meeting Tristan and Camille, hearing both of their sides, and then bring in Tristan's sister Amy for her opinion, and finally, hopefully, comes to the right conclusion. So let's start with Tristan and Camille and bring them out. Come on, clap for them. All right. Well, first of all, I want to thank you all for coming today. I know it's been a little bit rough, with your friendship. Camille, you want to tell me what's been going on?
Well, last week, May 5th, I read an article on scientificpeople.com by Vanessa Van Edwards. It was called "How to Spot a Toxic Person," and it was just talking about like what is a toxic person, because I'd never heard of it before. And it said that toxic people are controlling, they lie, they're abusive, they put you down all the time. And then, so I read it and I was reflecting, Jill, I was reflecting on if I had anybody in my life that treated me that way. And there was one person that came to mind, and that person was Tristan over here. Guilty face. Yeah. Do you believe he's a toxic person in your life? I think he's the only toxic person in my life. So I read a book called Toxic Workplace: Managing Toxic Personalities and Their Systems of Power, which was published in 2010 by Elizabeth Holloway. And I have a little quote from it that I think summarizes my feelings pretty much exactly. You want to share that quote with us? Yeah, okay. I do, Jill. So it says that these difficult individuals have the capacity to pervade our thoughts and sap the energy and potentially harm our sense of well-being. And the other week, I drew this picture. I drew this picture for my friend Tristan. Everybody.
Oh my God.
And I asked him if he could put it up on the fridge. Yeah. And he crumpled it up and ripped it. Tristan,
how do you feel about all this? I mean, come on.
It's dumb.
What's dumb?
Why would he give me a picture?
Well, because he likes you.
It's us on a hill together.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I think it's a great picture. I think you've really done something wrong here, okay? We need to figure this out. No, okay, Tristan, how do you feel about all this? He's sitting here, he's accusing you of being a toxic person. What do you have to say to him? How long have you guys even been friends?
I haven't done anything wrong. It's just some things aren't the way that they're supposed to be. What have I done wrong?
It's a picture.
Okay, that's one instance. I've never done anything wrong. It's just not, and people accuse me of like, oh, you need to get your way. And it's just, well, if it's not my way, then it's kind of the dumb way. Besides, you guys don't know how I feel about situations, and you don't know what I've been through and where my life has gone. So how can we all sit here and tell me what I'm doing wrong?
Well, but I mean, he's apparently, what I've heard is he's been there for you for all those years, and you know what, you just kind of take advantage of him. I mean, that is a nice picture. He used Crayola.
Rose art.
Whatever.
Besides, you guys, so I've been being told, I've been told that I've been toxic for my whole life, and this is another instance where I've been told this. Camille's been my friend for a long time, and so he knows how I am, so I don't see why this is a an issue. But one of my soon-to-be psychologist aunts told me off her new website, toxicpeople.com, says that toxic people tend to manipulate. And she told me this on May 4th. Now, I don't think that I manipulate. I don't manipulate him. I just do what I think is right. And if he doesn't do it, then I somehow make him do it by wording my words differently. But that's not manipulation.
Okay.
And then one of the psychologists that I see, because my family forces me to see psychologists, because apparently I'm a toxic person. My psychologist Prince told me that in one of our meetings that I have to be right all the time, and I don't have to. I never. And do I always do that? Do I have to always be right? No, I don't. I don't have to always be right. You're wrong. It's not. No. It's no. It doesn't make. No. I'm not right all the time. I don't have to be right all the time. And no one ever thinks of what I think of him. You know, everyone always looks at his side of things and never sees it from my point of view.
I'm sorry, Tristan.
What if I'm jealous of him? Or what if I think of him higher and I just act out this way differently?
I mean, you could. Is there anything you could be jealous of in his life that you want to obtain?
Well, I want his car.
Well, all right. Well, I'm kind of taking your words to thought. And we actually have a short video of Tristan and Camille. I happen to be there with my video camera. And we're going to play it for y'all.
No, I gotta use it to go to Dunkin' Donuts.
We'll get some later. Don't worry about it. Thanks.
He took my card. I never ate donuts that day.
What
But did we get some donuts later?
No.
What? Yes, we did. Don't lie to them. We got some donuts later.
All right. Well, how does this make you feel? How does the video make you feel? Camille, we'll start off with you.
It feels like he's taking advantage of me. Like he's only using me for my car. It feels like sophomore year of high school all over again.
Would you care to share this? What happened sophomore year of high school? Was Tristan involved?
No.
Oh.
Just.
Well, were you pushed around? Were you just like bullied and stuff? Kind of treated in a similar way? As
Yes.
the wonderful video we had.
In high school, I wasn't the same kind of person I am today, so I was just a loser. Yeah.
Did Tristan know you back when you were a sophomore?
Yeah, we were friends for a long time.
Okay. I mean, I can see that, but that doesn't really excuse this. I mean, taking him out for donuts? You don't just lie. You don't lie about Dunkin', okay?
We
do not lie about Dunkin'. No,
yes, we'll go out today. Okay. After this.
We got donuts in the studio. You don't worry about it.
Stupid. We're trying to fix our relationship.
I wrote a book. I wrote a book. Y'all call it stupid. This is a great picture. Okay? Watch this.
What about Tristan's sister?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess we've had our talk. Actually, Camille is not the only one who has noticed Tristan's toxic initially behavior lately. So we're going to bring on his sister Amy to come in and give us some more input. All right, Amy, so I see you've been doing some research on your own.
I have, yeah. So I've lived with Tristan my entire life, all my 20 years. And he has always been very mean to me. He would come home and just yell at me because the dishes weren't done, even though they were his dishes. And he would walk by me and pull my hair and just, crumple up my laundry, throw it on the floor, even though it was clean. So I started doing some research, and in an article written by Stephanie and John Capaccio from the University of Chicago, published in 2014, titled Social Relationships and Health, Toxic Effects of Perceived Social Isolation. They say social relationships not only impact health behaviors, but also might have direct effects on the brain, biology, and health. So dealing with Tristan has caused a lot of unneeded stress in my life, and stress is really bad for your body. It can cause heart damage and a whole bunch of other stuff. Toxic people also cause depression, so I've been having to go to see a psychologist because he's made me depressed. I'm just tired of living with him. And it makes my self-esteem very, very low. When I come home and post a good grade on the fridge, he'll rip it off and tell me I'm stupid. And it's not false, he just did that. since I've gone to see my psychologist. Her name is Monique Abrams, and she wrote an article, 10 Intelligent Ways to Deal with the Most Common Types of Toxic People. And some of her ways of coping are to value your self-awareness, which I know now I need to do, and it just completely ignore him when he tells me that I'm stupid and that I'll never get anywhere. I just have to remind myself that I am smart, because the good grades show it, and that I will be successful in my life, and that I will not have him control the way that I live my life.
Don't take her side.
Well, Tristan, honestly, we can't argue that you have shown some strange behavior lately. In fact, my new book, Dr. Jill Knows More Than Y'all Ever Will, classifies you as a toxic person. How does that make you
I
feel?
don't need this anymore.
Oh, bye.
It wasn't supposed to do that. All right, well, today we spoke to Tristan, Camille, and Amy, hoping to solve a conflict between Camille and Tristan, along with Amy's input, being his sister. So now I want to get y'all the help you need, okay? So I'm going to throw in a free copy of my new book, okay? Dr. Jill, no, I'm not supposed to. My producers keep telling me how I keep talking about my book. I just keep talking about it, I'm sorry. But according to, thank you, you can have it. Anyways, but in fact, according to a book called Love Yourself to Health with Gusto by Janine Finelli, a very dear friend of mine, in 2014, don't lose hope on your future happiness, health, relationships, and love. So in addition to that, like I just did, I'm going to throw in a free copy of my new book, Dr. Jill Is Never Not Wrong, for free. And as for the rest of you in the audience, look on the back of your chairs for a special surprise. And that's our show.